today's tutorial, we are creating this modern ChatGPT-style UI animation inside DaVinci Resolve Fusion. Welcome back to Visual Nova. First, open DaVinci Resolve. Go to the Effects panel and search for Composition. Drag the Fusion composition onto your timeline. After that, move to the Fusion panel. Here we already have one node, which is the Media Out node. To begin, create a new background node and connect it to the Media Out node. Go to the Type settings and choose Four Corner. Click on the top left color box and pick a color. I'm choosing a slightly darker shade here, just to add a bit more depth. Copy this color code by pressing Ctrl+C. Next, click on the bottom right color picker and paste the same color code we copied earlier, so both corners have the exact same color. Let's add a grid. Press Ctrl+Shift+Spacebar, search for grid and add it. Inside the controls, set both row cells and column cells to 35. After that, change the line color. I'll use the same background color, but slightly darker so it blends nicely into the background. As you can see, it already looks much better. Reduce both horizontal line width and vertical line width values. You can adjust these settings according to your own preference. Next, let's create the line animation. Add a merge node after the grid node. Create another background node and connect it to the merge node. Then add a polygon node and connect it to the new background node like this. Go to the viewer window and draw a line shape similar to this. Use the smooth tool to smooth out the curves of the line. Adjust the curves properly so the line gets a cleaner and more polished finish. Increase the border width slightly. Also increase the soft edge amount a little bit. Select the background node again and change the line color. Here I'm choosing white. As you can see, our line is looking perfect now. To animate it, place the playhead at the beginning. Reduce the length amount until the line is hidden like this, then add a keyframe. Move the playhead to 90 frames and increase the length value to maximum. To smooth the animation, open the spline panel. Select the length animation and smooth it like this so it starts fast and then slows down naturally. Close the spline panel and preview the animation. As you can see, our line animation is working perfectly. Next, we need to duplicate this line. Copy all the line nodes and paste them 5 times, because we are creating a total of 6 line animations here. Connect all of them one by one according to your workflow. Select the polygon node of the second line. Adjust its center y-axis position and place it above the first line like this. Then select its background node and change the color. For this one I'm choosing red. Click OK. Repeat the same process for the remaining lines. Position each line above the previous one, and feel free to choose any colors you like. This part is quite simple, so I'm speeding it up. If anything is unclear, just leave a comment below. I'm always available to help, so no worries. For the last line, I'll keep the color white. Let me give you a quick preview. And there we go, our line's animation is ready. To keep the workflow organized, right-click and create a group. After that, right-click on the group again and rename it accordingly. Next, let's create the glassy animation effect. Add a new merge node into your workflow. Then add a displace node and connect it to the merge node. Create a rectangle node and connect it to the green input of the displace node, because this will be used as the displacement mask. Now connect the output of the line's animation group to the yellow input of the displace node. After that, connect the rectangle output into the merge workflow. Make sure all connections are placed correctly, otherwise the glass effect will not work properly. Inside the controls, set the offset value to -1. Change the refraction strength to -5. Then increase the spread value to maximum. Now select the rectangle node. Adjust its width and height according to your design. I'll keep mine around this size. Increase the corner radius to make the edges smooth and rounded. Next, add a blur node and connect it into the workflow. Increase the blur size. Here I'm setting it to 30. After that, add a vignette node. Place it between the lines group and the merge node, because we want this effect applied only to the background. Inside the appearance settings, increase the softness amount. You can adjust this value depending on your own preference. Now let's animate the glass panel. Select the rectangle node and place the playhead at 5 frames. Set the width value to 0 and add a keyframe. Move the playhead to 25 frames. Increase the width value until the glass expands like this. Open the spline panel and smooth the width animation for a cleaner motion. Close the spline editor and preview the result. As you can see, our subtle blurry glass animation is ready. Next, let's create new lines on top of the glass. Add another merge node and connect it into the workflow. Create a new background node and connect it to the merge node. Then add a polygon node and connect it to the background node. Draw a simple line shape like this. Increase the border width slightly. Select the background node and change the line color. I'm using white here. To animate this line, place the playhead at 15 frames. Select the polygon node. Set the length value to 0 and add a keyframe. Move the playhead 10 frames forward and increase the length value to maximum. Open the spline editor and smooth the length animation like this. Close the spline editor and preview it. Now let's add the logo. I already have the ChatGPT logo imported. Drag it into the workflow and connect it through a merge node. For size adjustment and animation, add a transform node. Reduce the size until it fits properly inside the glass area. Place the playhead at 15 frames. Set the size value to 0 and add a keyframe. Move the playhead 5 frames forward and increase the size. Move another 5 frames forward and reduce the size slightly. Again, move 5 more frames forward and set the final size you want to keep. This creates a nice pop-up animation effect. Open the spline panel and smooth the size animation so the logo pops in smoothly. Close the spline editor and preview the result. Now let's add rotation animation to the logo. Place the playhead at 15 frames and add a keyframe on rotation. Move the playhead to the very end of the animation. Set the rotation value somewhere between -150 and 160, depending on the direction you prefer. And there we go, our logo and line animation is ready. Now let's add the text. Create a new text node and connect it to the previous merge node. Type your text here. I'm writing ChatGPT for this design. Position the text above the line. Adjust the size according to your layout. Choose your preferred font. I'm using this default font because it is easily available for everyone. To animate the text, right-click inside the text box and select Follower. Go to the Modifiers tab. Then open Shading Settings. Place the playhead at 20 frames and add a keyframe on opacity. Scroll down and add keyframes on both Offset X and Offset Y. Now double-click on Follower 1 to return back to the shading settings. From here, move the text slightly upward using Offset Y. Reduce the opacity value to 0. Move the playhead 10 frames forward and increase the opacity value to maximum. Scroll down again and set the Offset Y value back to 0. Now open the timing section. Reduce the delay value. Here I'm setting it to 2. Change the order to left to right. As you can see, the animation is looking good now. I'll make the text slightly smaller for better balance. Also, I'm adding 3 dots after the text for a cleaner UI look. I'll simply copy the same text in merge node, paste them and reconnect them into the workflow. Update the text content and position it properly on the same line. For this text, I'm choosing a darker color. And there we go, our delayed text animation is ready. Finally, let's add one more text below the logo. I copied a few lines from ChatGPT, which we'll use inside this animation. Reduce the size and position it nicely below the logo. Now let's apply a right-on animation. Place the playhead at 20 frames. Set right-on to 0 and add a keyframe. Move the playhead to 75 frames and increase the right-on value to maximum. And with that, our design is complete. Let me show you the final preview. Our modern UI motion graphics animation complete. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more motion graphics tutorials.